Can you give me a little background? I already have your name and title, everything. A little background about the trip that you took to South Africa and how you made this connection.
Sure, absolutely. So my name is Amir Samandi. I'm the Executive Director of Students of Service, SOS, and we're a nonprofit that builds young leaders who have a global perspective to solve local problems. We do that through our 3 pillars: learn, serve, and explore. So students learn about the community, the needs of our community. They learn about the world. In the process, they learn about themselves. And then they serve this community in San Antonio year-round. And after they've done a certain number of service hours with us, they're eligible to travel with us around the world. And we do multiple educational trips around the world every summer, with the exception of the 2 years with COVID. But we're back on the road. And actually, 2022 was our first trip back out on the road, and we went to South Africa. We had a group that had been, working together, serving together, learning together. We learned about South Africa, about civil rights, and the struggle for human and civil rights in South Africa, but we also learned about the struggle for civil rights here in San Antonio. So we met with a local professor, Dr. Lawrence Scott from Texas A&M San Antonio. He was one of the co-authors of the African American Studies curriculum for the whole state of Texas, passed bipartisanly several years ago. And it was written in the Carver Library with a lot of scholars and from all over the state. So we did the lesson there, and we got to learn all about the importance of the East Side, the Carver Library, the Carver Cultural Center, where we are tonight. And then students also read Born a Crime by Trevor Noah, learned about apartheid and how Trevor, his father was from Europe and white, and his mother was Black South African, and that made him a crime as a human.
I see.
So,
well, how did you meet Mandela? Mr. Brand.
Yeah, so I'm giving kind of that background because we did a lot of work before we went.
Okay,
and
that was all
that was all prior to the trip.
Okay.
In order to really make the trip matter. And then we embarked on the journey that summer, and we flew into Cape Town, and we had a chance to go to Robben Island, which is where Mandela was imprisoned. And so we heard from a former prisoner named Sparks Milwana, who had actually been in prison there as a political prisoner. He shared a lot of the terrible treatment that they endured and what they went through. And our kids were so respectful and so informed that our tour guide, who knew Cristo, said, "I'd really want you to meet Mandela's former jailer, Cristo."
Wow.
And I said, we'd be honored. And so he came so our students were great ambassadors for San Antonio. And so Cristo came to our hotel, to the conference room there, and presented, signed books, gave a great lecture, and we formed that bond. And so we've built, what SOS does is we don't take kids on vacation. We're taking kids out to be ambassadors of our community and learn. And they come and you can see it brings back benefits to our community.
And he was happy to come down, all the way down to San Antonio. I imagine he's on a book tour in Boston.
He's on a book tour, so
Okay.
he started in Boston, and then we're going to go to New York and call it. And we invited them, and so they added San Antonio.
He must be really pleased that he came all the way down
Very
here.
pleased that he made the trip, and I think that he's seeing what San Antonio is made of, and they're understanding that this is a great community.
When was the book published, do you know?
I want to say it was 2014.
It was after 2020. Okay. So, and that's what he explained.
It was
that
after
he's
Mandela
on
died.
Sort of a permanent book tour, spreading the message through his book.
That's right.
Yeah, this isn't on a book sales tour. It's
right.
Spreading the message of
It's
Mandela.
educational as well. Yeah.
Okay.
He's honoring his friend's legacy.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Good. Great. Thank you.